That's a blessing. Who said that it's just as bad to not know how to read and to not read? I think it was Mark Twain. It was. We live.
I'm so excited. You gonna freestyle this time?
Oh man. Sitting back in a relaxed mode.
I would dance.
It's the real spill.
You don't mind?
Podcast. Yeah, we moving away from the rap and we going to a very relaxed mode.
Yeah. This is a different vibe.
Yeah,
right. We so glad
it's the real spill podcast.
Yourself, but trust me, they can hear you though.
Yeah,
I'm about to go live to make sure.
Yeah, coming live from
the technician and the
Spills
co-host. But I
Spill Cup Studios. It's the Real Spill Podcast. Cold Steel. Taliban.
Alright, we good.
Yeah.
DJ mode.
It's almost like a quiet storm, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, yeah. Hey. Yeah, it's us. It's the Real Spill Podcast. Yeah.
Woo, y'all wouldn't expect to see us back to back like that.
No, you wouldn't expect it for us, but yeah, we're here, man. We thank y'all, man. I know we was off last week for the holidays. Hopefully everybody had a good holiday and everything. Everybody enjoyed themselves.
Yeah, we did.
Labor Day.
I missed everybody though, but yeah. It was good to have a little break.
Yeah. If you never had a job, you shouldn't have celebrated Labor Day.
All right, I didn't expect you to say that, but okay, that was kind of punch in the throat. Yeah. But hey, that's what Taylor said, and I stood.
What I'm saying is for Labor Day is
that's what it's
workers, yeah.
But what do they work outside of jobs, like in the community and volunteering?
If you never had a job.
Oh, so you can say that a job, volunteering?
Yeah, that's a job.
Okay, all right, no, I didn't I'm trying to make sure we get on the same page.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because I think of a job, I'm thinking something
you talking about 9 to 5.
Yeah, something you getting paid for.
If you never done any work, how about let's say
there you go. That's it, better.
Never done any work.
Yeah, I like that better.
Man, yeah. Episode 54.
Yeah.
The Real Spill Podcast.
The one and
we're
only.
2 years in, man. And we rolling, man. This thing is.
We 1 year in, player.
We in our
but I like how you
year.
But no, we 1 year in.
Yeah, we 1 year. In our second year. Yeah, we in our second year.
Going into our second year.
Episode 54.
Yeah, what they call? What's the name of the episode, player?
Episode is It's Hidden in the Book.
You like how we got that set up right there?
Yeah, it's hidden in the book.
Okay,
what you think about our studios?
Yeah.
I
like
it. You like our studio?
Tally painted it. It took him about 2.
Everything and everything.
Yeah, we trying to.
Yeah. This
actually lights up, but it don't look good on camera when you light it.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they can see it on camera.
We're actually in Spill Cup Studio too.
Yeah, we actually
studio is called the Spill Cup Studio.
We came from humble beginnings.
Yes, we have.
It started off in the car.
Yeah.
And then we went from the car to the garage.
To the garage.
And then now we
moved up into the Spill Cup, and our future is to Spill Cup Studio 3.
Yeah. My goal is to build a studio, not only for this particular podcast, but for anybody in general who has a podcast or some type of media platform.
Right.
You like that vision?
I like that,
so you can have a podcast dedicated to authors like yourself.
Right.
Podcast dedicated to DJs.
DJs.
Some people listen to music and stuff. Anything, man.
We're gonna.
Create
I don't want to say no names because somebody might take them. I got names for all the shows.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you after the show.
But episode 54.
Right on.
Tally Man.
And your favorite ran Cold Steel.
Cold Steel.
Yeah.
And we just elated that. And this we talking about it's hidden in the books. So for our next, I don't know, 4 or 5, maybe 6 episodes, maybe less. We're gonna highlight local authors.
Right.
Yeah, just local people who have written books and who have a story to tell, and they put it in the book.
I like that.
This is a quote from Mark Twain.
That is a famous writer, by the way.
He is a famous writer.
Shout out to Mark Twain.
Mark Twain.
Yeah.
Down on the Mississippi.
You don't know about that.
Yeah.
He also wrote, didn't he write Huckleberry Finn?
Yeah, he did, man. Yeah.
Education.
Yeah, it is.
Shout out to mine. Go ahead.
Yeah, but this is what Mark Twain said. Mark Twain says a man who don't read is just as bad as a man who can't read.
Say it one more time for the people in the back.
A man who doesn't read,
right on,
for my English people, is just as bad as a man who can't read.
Yeah, because you got the ability and the capability,
but you won't do it.
That's trash. I get that.
I mean, and reading is so fundamental.
Yeah.
And everything. Have you ever experienced trying to put something together? And you say, well, I know how to do this and everything. Oh, yeah. And you don't read the instructions?
Yeah, I got a shelf downstairs that proves that.
Oh, I got one at the house too, man.
I put it together, but it don't look like the box. It don't look like the picture. Yeah. But it's holding up, though.
Yeah, well.
It's holding up, man.
You know. And then you say, oh, these just extra parts they put in the
box. I made the extra parts go somewhere.
Oh, okay.
That's why it look crazy.
Yeah.
Just add all kind of stuff to it. Unnecessary features. Anyway, I'm sorry. We getting go ahead.
So for the next several weeks, man, we're just gonna talk about reading. And I know we live in a society now where our reading, and I'm not saying it's bad, it's gone to e-books and it's gone to audio books.
He taking shots at me now.
And myself.
Taking shots at me now. Yeah, okay.
But you taught me something about when I'm traveling.
Yeah.
That I can put an audio book on.
I love it, bro.
Man, I got to do that, man. I really do. I
love it.
And everything. But our society has gone so that everything is pushed at us real fast. And you got to catch it like that.
Right.
That's why little kids can just work these smartphones like it's nothing.
Right.
But it's something about sitting down, reading a book. It puts you in a different atmosphere.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I heard my pastor say this. He says that reading can take you anywhere in the world through your imagination.
I agree.
And so that's why we highlighting books. And then these are people that are local. That we know
in our own community.
In our own community that have written books. So we're so happy to have with us as our first guest in our book series. Yeah. The lovely, the vivacious.
Big word. That's a big word there. I got dizzy.
Vivacious.
I got a little dizzy. But go ahead.
It was. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think I know what you meant.
Miss Ifril, the queen.
And
I'm gonna mess it up now. Nasheed.
Okay. All right. Welcome to the real spiel. Yeah. Come on.
She has written a book.
Hold it up there.
She has written a book, and her book title is Ifril Nasheed, Happiness After Sorrow, Navigating Grief's Journey. Yeah. And she's on Amazon. She's on Amazon. You can look it up on Amazon.
And you can get an ebook. What is it? Ebook.
Ebook.
Okay.
So you can get an ebook. You can look it up on Amazon. But let's support our own.
And if you see me and Taylor, we send them out to Trump. Yeah. We are giving her the profits now. Don't want y'all think we hustling now. But run up on us if y'all see the street. We got some in the trunk. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna take care of our own now.
We just want to. I'm just gonna say Ifril. So we're gonna just call. Welcome to the real spiel.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to the real spiel.
I hope it's everything you expected. You know what to expect is. You just like.
Nah.
I understand. Okay. We usually get that a lot.
We do get that a whole lot. And everything. Well, just tell us some about who Ifril is.
Let me think. I'm 47.
All right.
I have 2 children.
All right.
Okay. They're 25 and 22. So
oh no. Okay.
I'm my best life.
Okay. Yeah. I understand.
What else can I say? I work.
Right.
Chill. I like to travel.
Okay.
Just have a good time enjoying life, you know.
That's good. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
What's your favorite relaxation?
Favorite relaxation. I like I said, I like to travel and not have a schedule. So if I want to just chill all day,
okay,
I can do that. If I want, I like to
so
hike and stuff like that.
Oh, you said bike?
Hike.
Oh, hike. Okay. Where you hiking it?
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, that's Alexa. She rude. Stop it. Yeah. So where you like to hike it?
Here, like, it's a
Red Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Rock,
Okay.
Moss Creek or something.
Moss
like
Creek. Yeah.
Okay.
That's out in the preserve, out in Hoover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like stuff like that. I like outdoor stuff.
Okay.
All right.
I got a bike. In my mind, I bike, but it's in.
Well, hey, you know, it's all good. It's there when you ready.
But yeah, that's
It's
interesting.
when you ready.
So
Working on my fitness right now.
okay.
Yeah.
All
We
right.
big over there. On that over here.
High school.
I went to Jackson Hole.
Oh, shout out to the Mustangs.
We're not gonna hold that against you.
We ain't gonna hold it against you.
No, the kid. No. Yeah. Shout out to the Mustangs.
Shout out to the Mustangs.
Yeah,
J.O.
Yeah.
Class of 95.
Oh, okay. Look at
Shout
that.
out to
All
the
right, man.
class
You
of
young.
Yeah, the class of 95.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
we ain't gonna
so,
hold it against you. We ain't gonna hold it against you.
So we just gonna get right into this.
Oh, okay.
Did you grow up like in Christian value home and
I did.
things like that?
I
Okay.
did. My mom is not very churchy, but my grandma always took me to church
Okay.
with her. So, and my dad was into church a lot. So when I was with him, I went to church a lot. But at home, my mama was very like.
Okay. But grandmama was a big influence on everything. Okay.
Shout out to Big Mama.
Yeah, Big Mama. Yeah. A lot of us can shout out to Big Mama.
Oh,
and
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
My mom was chilling. Like she went too, but I went more with my mama.
With Big Mama.
Okay.
Big Mama was committed to
Oh,
it.
she was.
Yeah.
Yes.
You had to get your clothes out on Saturday night and
Serious
everything.
about it.
Yeah, she was
Go
very
up there and
serious.
get baptized.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
tough right there. Okay.
Did you get baptized?
I did.
So you a believer in Jesus Christ?
I am.
Okay, praise
Awesome.
God.
Yes. I got
All right.
rebaptized as an adult because I felt like that was
Okay.
something she wanted me to do.
I like that.
Oh, okay.
So you did a recommitment to,
You did a
to God,
recommitment,
to
okay.
Christ. I
All
got
right,
you.
praise God. Man, that's a
That's
good
what's
thing.
up. That's what's
That's
up.
a good thing.
I probably need to be baptized about 10 or 6. But we ain't gonna get into all that right now. We'll talk about that later. Yeah, I need to be covered in the blood a few times. Yeah, dip,
Yeah.
sip,
Yeah, he
wash.
good. He covered.
Yeah, I'm covered.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He's in the sanctification process.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know either?
No, sanctification. It's a big scary word that they use called holiness.
Oh,
But all it means is to separate yourself from the world.
oh yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I tell people all the time, I'm in the world, but I'm not of the world.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Right.
like that.
Yeah,
That's-
so that's sanctification.
He gonna throw a lot of big words out, so he supposed to warn us before he does it, because I get a little lightheaded, but yeah, you'll get used to it after a
But
while.
yeah, a lot of times people think that the initial thing is that you believe,
Right.
and then you confess, and then because all water baptism is an outward showing of
Right.
something that's already happened inside of you,
Right.
and so but then there's a sanctification, and it's a lifelong process. Yeah, so it's a changing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He doesn't change, but he wants us to change so we'll look like him.
Exactly.
Hey, praise
I like
God.
that. I like that.
Man, so Miss Ifrul, and so I looked the name up, Ifrul, which is Muslim, and it actually means happiness after sorrow.
It does.
Wow.
Yep.
So your book is named after you.
It is.
I
It
like
is
that.
named- I like
that's
that
very
also.
clever.
Yeah,
He's smart.
It's,
He's smart.
and it's it from my research, it was used in Africa. Kenyans, and everything, but it was a Muslim name and everything. So, growing up, what was your peer pressure growing up?
Like what other people tried to pressure me about.
Yeah.
I was the darkest kid,
Mm-hmm.
so but it never bothered me. I was always
Right.
comfortable in my skin. So you were like, "Oh, you black? Okay, yeah, I am."
So you
Okay.
embraced it.
Yeah, and then I grew up with Katrina and Tamara and Crystal and Jennifer.
Right.
And I'm April.
You
Yeah. Yes, I
Yeah.
got
I
you.
struggled with that. And I was like, I hate this name.
Wow.
Why would you do this to me?
Right.
So, my sister named Crystal. My mama named Gladys.
Right.
I'm the only person with this name, so I struggle, and that's what I was gonna tell you.
Yeah.
That I struggled with my name for so long. Like, why would you do this to me? You know, like, it's stupid. And then once I got older, and then I wrote this book, and like I said, I struggled for a long time. Like, all these help books for purpose and stuff. And then I was like, this it right here.
Wow.
I'm supposed to help somebody.
Yeah.
I wonder why did I go through all this? You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
So.
Yeah.
So your struggle became your purpose.
Your struggle, man. That's deep right there.
Deep as a bath.
Struggle, because growing up, did they think that you was African, or because of your dark skin and your name?
No, like growing up in our community, people think that it's something that my mom made up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, no, it's not. It's
Black folk, bro.
I'm like, my mom didn't make my name up. You know, so people were like, did you get this name? Where she got this name from? And then I would explain that her friends were Muslim and they had a book of names, and she picked my name.
She picked the name out. Wow. And it was really prophetic.
It really was.
It was a prophetic name. Yeah.
There's power in the name. I tell you all the time. It is.
I didn't realize that, because like I said, I struggled. Like, Lord, like, I bought all of these self-help books on purpose and what I'm supposed to be doing. And had no clue. You know.
Yeah. Man, I read your book, and it just, we talked about this earlier, and I looked in it when I first, because I was trying to see what, it was about. And I said, it's no table of content. But I think that's brilliant, because it made me just keep reading, and so it's such an interesting book. But the book is about happiness after sorrow.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't want to tell your story, man. It's an exciting book and everything. But what made you want to write a book?
I can tell a little bit about the story, because you still would be able to read it if I told you.
Right.
So I got pregnant at 19 and carried the baby full term, and then the baby passed.
Right.
So I struggled for a long time, like, Lord, why would you allow this? Because my plan was not to even have the baby.
Right.
My first thought was not to even have the baby. And then my mama found out I was pregnant.
Okay.
And she was like, we don't get rid of babies, so you're going to have it. So
wow.
I carried the baby full term, and then he passed. So he passed the day before my 20th birthday.
Oh, wow.
And I buried him Christmas Eve.
Wow.
So for a long time, it was hard. And so I was talking to my cousin one time, and I was like, she said something, I can't remember what she said, but my response was, I'm on the other side of this grief. And she started shouting.
Right.
She was like, girl, you on the other side.
Right.
And that was the original name for the book, On the Other Side.
Okay.
Because if you notice, I talk about being on the mountain of grief.
Right.
And so I was on the other side to where I can help somebody, and I'm not so deep in my grief that I can help somebody.
Right.
So that's how this became. Like, I wanted to help somebody.
That's amazing right there.
So here you are. It is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
So here you are, your first year of college, and your boyfriend is still in high school.
Let me see. He was graduated. He graduated in high school, so it was like the summer. He graduated in May. That's when I found out I was pregnant. So I was going into my second year, and he was going off to school for the first time.
So he was going to his freshman year, and you was starting your second year, your sophomore year. Did he grow up in a Christian background also?
I think so.
He did.
Yeah, he grew up with his grandparents.
Okay.
And I would say that.
So here you are, still relatively teenagers, both of you, and you grew up in a Christian value home. So you knew the moral values of it, but now, you're pregnant.
Yeah, you get wrapped up in stuff that you had no business doing, and live with decisions.
So how did that? When you found out, and that okay, so you got these values, but now you found out that goes against everybody's values and everything, because you was in college. Yeah. So you had the wherewithal. He was in college. You had the wherewithal that you wanted to better yourself and everything. And then I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
I was scared because, just scared. I was terrified. And I was like telling my best friend, I'm not gonna be able to take no baby home to my mom. I'm terrified. Right. But I was so sick. That's how she found out.
I
remember this day. And me and my mom talked about it, and I was like so sick she could hear me vomiting, and I was so sick, and she thought it was my sister. She didn't like to go to school. So she started yelling, "You going to school? I don't know why you playing." My sister walked through and she was like, "That's not me." So that's how my mama found out. And when she found out, and it's like a relief, because I had been carrying it for myself. Like that morning, me and my friend we went to the ATM that night, and I was gonna get rid of it. And I didn't want to.
Hold on, before you go there, because you can speak to a lot of young ladies right now, and young men. So you were involved sexual activity and everything. Did you think that there was a I know you know that it is, but were you thinking that I could possibly get pregnant from this?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We knew, of course, that could happen. And I'm telling you, I knew the exact day. I was like, oh, Lord. But, I was like, well, maybe not, Then found out I was pregnant, and he just was like, okay, whatever you want to do.
So he was supportive about it at first? Okay.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
But you find out that you're pregnant because you're sick.
Sick.
Yeah. And so you decided that you was going to go to a clinic and just abort the baby.
Right.
But what happened after that? Why didn't you abort it when you went to the clinic?
Because your mom?
I don't know. My mom did say that, but I don't know if y'all have ever. But when you go to find out, they do an ultrasound, and there's a heartbeat.
Oh no, I ain't never had that experience, but I know what you're saying.
I have been for ultrasound, so not myself personally.
No, I get what
yeah, so there's a heartbeat.
Oh wow, yeah.
And then so the thought of it's not just it's somebody.
That's a person, I mean?
Yeah, somebody. So I was terrified, and so when my mama found out, it was like a sigh of relief. I don't have to do this because she don't want me to anyway.
So in between, and I read the book, so it's almost like a day, So that time when you go and you say, "I'm gonna have this abortion,"
yeah, I made the appointment for the next day.
And you go, they do an ultrasound, and did the heartbeat? Was that what changed your? Or were you changing your mind?
Oh yeah, I was I don't know if I can do that.
Oh, okay.
It was like a little heartbeat, and they give you a little picture of it, which it was tiny, because it was real early, but still, I was like, I didn't even know that it was a heartbeat until
Right.
And then I was like, I don't know about this. I was telling my friend, I was like, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
She was like, what you gonna do? I was like, I don't know. So then I talk about in the book that I was so young, I didn't even know what I believed.
Right.
My mama was like, I don't believe in this. You know what I'm saying?
Man, say that again, because that was you said, like you said, you didn't know what you believed.
I didn't.
Okay.
And that's what I talk about.
Right.
That, and I call grief a person.
Right.
Okay.
So I talk about how I took her everywhere I went throughout life.
Yeah.
And she would show up sometimes real strong.
Yeah.
And sometimes she would lay dormant.
Right.
And that's how I described it, because my whole reason too for sharing a grief journey is to show people that it's not step by step. Like, these people want you to think that you're on step 1 of grief and you're on step 2.
I like that.
Right.
You can go from step 1 to 7 all day long, back and forth.
Right.
But people want you to be here when you just can't.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So you have unrealistic expectations of where you should be on your grief journey.
Exactly.
I'm still crying.
Right.
You want to cry, cry.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And the person that wrote the book said one of the things they hated about it, when we start talking about the 7 steps of grief, they said they hated that they categorized it, because you can experience all 7 in one day.
Yeah.
That's where
Right.
I think that a lot of people don't see, because they get this book and somebody telling them where they should be in a certain amount of time. But what I found out recently, somebody said, I didn't write it down to quote it exactly, but kind of says that if you haven't experienced it, then you know professional at it. So just because you write a book on grief, if you've never experienced this type of grief,
right,
you really not a professional.
Right.
Tell somebody how to grieve this.
So you don't agree with somebody witnessing somebody's experience and being able to tell it versus somebody who actually goes through
if
it.
you've experienced it, then you
got
your degree in it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You got your degree in it. And somebody that they just can write down the steps because they went to school.
Right.
That's not the same thing.
No, I'm with you. No, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
I mean, in that, especially in that particular subject, not to get off
subject. I'm not saying you can't be helpful.
Right.
You really haven't experienced all of the waves of the emotions that somebody else will experience.
Yeah, because just to say a little quick thing, like I actually wanted to write a book about relationships, and part of the book was going to be about marriage, and I've never been married, and I thought to myself, who gonna read this? Because I've never been married. Yeah, I've witnessed marriages. I've talked to people who are married. I've done the research, like you said, but I've never experienced it. So I'm like, how much value, how much weight is that gonna hold?
Right.
So I get what you're saying. So that was one of the reasons I didn't write the book.
Yeah.
I mean, I wrote it, but I never published it. To this day, it's still sitting.
Okay, it's still sitting, man. We got to get that published, man.
Had it edited and everything. Never published.
We got to get that published, man, and everything.
Okay, you gonna handle that backlash when they Google me and be like, "This joker ain't never been married, folks. How you gonna tell me and my husband?" Yeah, so anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But you know about relationships, though.
Yeah, you can still put it under relationships because
you might change the title to relationships.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, yeah, all right, y'all done researched me now. I might have to do it now.
Intimate relationships.
Well, the name of it is a little outdated, and I know it's kind of funny. I actually wrote it before Steve Harvey wrote his book. You know, what is it? How a Man Thinks, or what is it?
Yeah.
Think Like a Man. Yeah. Mine was called 12 Ways to Please a Man. Now I know that title sounds crazy, but it was supposed to catch your attention.
Okay, it is.
And when you start reading it, it's actually a book empowering women, though.
Okay.
Because actually what I'm doing is talking to the women, but I'm also reminding women, know your worth.
You definitely should publish that.
Yeah. Man, it's done now.
I have a book also that I wrote.
Yeah.
And took me about almost 10 years to write it. You know,
ain't taking that long.
I haven't. Right there. Yeah, I haven't. But it's parenting is not easy.
No,
but it's necessary.
Amen.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. So,
definitely.
So we just talked about something that we had in the planning stages.
Right.
What made you put it? Because this is real.
Yeah, it's real.
I was still in manuscript, but what made you put this together?
You know how you usually plan like vision boards and stuff like that. So I did my little vision board for the year, and I put on there, publish my book and create a second stream of income. So by me publishing my book, I did both.
Okay.
I checked that off of the things I wanted to do.
Okay. So the book has been selling. All right, great.
Amen.
And it's on Amazon? It's on Amazon, okay.
And in the trunk of our car. So if y'all see me in Tally,
we can get you a copy.
We gotta get this money.
And in the trunk of her car.
Money for this.
That's 3 cars that's in the trunk.
Ain't no excuses now.
See us.
Ain't no excuse.
So you're 19. You're pregnant. Mom has accepted it.
Yeah.
What about his family?
Because there's 2 sides to every story.
No, his family was dynamic was different from mine. Like he lived with his dad, and his mom, she
wasn't in the home.
Yeah, she wasn't in the home. She had problems like drugs or something.
Right.
So his dad was like, "Are you sure it's yours?" And that type of stuff.
Right.
But,
normal.
We didn't have no issues. Everybody was pretty accepting. Of course, my mom, it was not what she wanted for me, but
right.
But she was accepting.
Yeah.
So you had that nurturing and that care, and everything, that you So you're pregnant. You're going through pregnancy. This was your first pregnancy.
Yeah.
And so all of the things that go along with that. So I'm imagining, because the reason how you found out, it was what, morning sickness, right?
Okay.
So you're going through all of these things and everything. So this is in the 90s?
90.
And so,
96.
When I graduated in the 70s. And so a girl showed up at school pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, it
was mind blowing.
That was mind blowing, and everything.
I got you.
How was it in the 90s?
I was at Lawson.
Okay. Yeah, she was already gone.
So you was already you were in high school. You was already in college and everything.
In my day, they went to Ensley when they were pregnant.
Oh wow!
But I was already out of high school.
You was already out.
What time you said when girls got pregnant, they went to Ensley?
Yeah, they had a program in Ensley high school.
I did not know this.
Yeah, they
because we came out around the same time. Yeah, I came a year behind you, so I ain't know.
But that was probably Birmingham City School.
Birmingham City.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got you.
They may have had some in the county, but Birmingham City
City
School.
Yeah, they made you go home.
Yeah,
but I didn't know that for real though.
Yeah, they did.
So they literally would send
the young girls went to Ensley, so they had some kind of program.
So they had like okay, we getting outside. I got a feeling that was interesting.
But I guess it's to teach them prenatal care.
Yeah, I was about to say, what did the program?
Yeah, how to take care of the baby, and
but I was already out of school.
And all of these things and everything.
Damn, well, shout out to Ensley, man. I know y'all no longer exist, but that was big right there. I didn't know that.
So, because the book is about overcoming grief. You carry the baby. You're going to the doctor. You're doing all the things that needs to be done. And everything. And you a month from, maybe just a couple of weeks from delivery.
Yep, a couple of weeks.
And what happened?
I called the doctor to tell them that I was like experiencing pain, and this is what they do to black women. So through our history, they don't think that black women have pain. Really.
Yeah, that's true.
That's number one. So they kept telling me that my stomach was stretching, so that's what the pain was. And then it became so unbearable. They told me to take something. I did that, and the rest, I did that. And they asked me had I felt the baby move, which I had. But come to find out, he was moving so much because his cord was around his neck.
Oh yeah.
So by the time I got there, he had already passed because his cord was around his neck. So that's how he passed. He was full term though.
Right.
Yeah.
But you didn't know that at the time. What was it that let you knew that something was wrong? Did they do an ultrasound? They did another ultrasound.
Yep.
And that first ultrasound, you heard a heartbeat.
This one, no heartbeat.
You didn't hear anything. Wow.
That's crazy. Dang.
Yeah, that is. Can you just talk about what that emotion was like, or was it any emotion at all then?
It was devastating because I had plans to not even keep him, and I carried him all of these weeks. Full time,
right,
for him to die, and nobody can answer why.
Right.
Like, okay, what was this for? Like, why, why carry somebody to die when you had plans to not even carry him? You know what I'm saying? And it make you think like I could have went ahead and aborted him and not even experienced all of this.
Right.
So I was left with all of that for years, like the whys.
The whys. And from reading your book, and you put his name in the book. Yeah. And his name. Arian. December the 18th, 1996. Wow.
My birthday is the 19th, December 19th.
Oh, so this was the day before your birthday. Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's a
lot.
So. And from my calculations, it took you from 19 to 44 to get over the mountain.
I want to say that because I don't think that that's just when I wrote it or whatever.
Right.
As the years go by, it just becomes life, and you learn to live with it. So, for me and my experience early, it was tough, like because, like I said. He died the day before my birthday, and we buried him Christmas Eve. So the holidays were really tough.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly reminded about
what happened.
And he would be playing with toys, or we would be doing this. So that was tough. But as years
as time went by.
It got a little bit easier. Sometimes the years were tougher than others because I have 2 kids and my son's in the Navy, and it makes you feel like, well, what would this child be doing?
Right.
Stuff like that. But it's gotten easier for me over time.
Right.
Okay.
And it's just been my story. That's kind of how I look at it. Like, this is my story. Everybody has one.
Right.
This is my story.
Man, that's strong.
I mean, it's so many questions and stuff. And then I like to look at stuff in life, and I feel like there's messages in everything.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say the word symbolisms, maybe. Yeah. I guess, but yeah, it's just like the timing of it. Yeah. The fact that you were once upon a time were thinking about aborting him, and then he still ended up passing, unfortunately.
Right.
And like you have to, like you said, you were wondering like, why make me go through this whole process if he ended up, passing anyway. Right. So yeah, I just think that's and then like you said, with it being right before your birthday, all this stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. I took a picture not too long ago.
Yeah, because it got to be.
Yeah. So my question is now, at that time, what part did faith play at that time in your life?
This picture, you see it, but that's the day I got out of the hospital. That's my birthday. My mama brought. She brought me a cake.
Oh wow. Okay.
So.
Dang, that's crazy.
She still buys me a cake every year.
Oh no! Shout out to mama.
So what did faith play? Your faith in God. How did that play into this devastating thing that's happening to you?
I think it was just like in me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how or where, but I knew like I couldn't do this on my strength. Like I had to lean.
So you knew it was something that was
I didn't know how to probably
articulate
verbalize it. Yeah. Back then, but I knew like in my own strength I couldn't do this. Because like mama couldn't help me. She didn't have a clue what to do because she had never experienced anything. I have anybody around me that had experienced this.
Right.
So I kind of felt like by myself. So then I just knew to pray. So I'm like, Lord, like. So
that's my thing. Do you feel that grandmama introducing you to God and introducing you came into play? Because I just believe that nothing just happens.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it was grandma. Now my mama always been the person to tell you to pray. She just wasn't like going to church as much as my grandma did. So I don't know. It just had to just come from family.
Yeah.
Like when I was with my dad, he went to church a lot, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing it's just in there.
Yeah,
and I just knew I had to lean somewhere.
So even at that time, 19, you had a prayer life.
Mm-hmm.
You had a prayer life. That's great, man. That's outstanding.
Oh yeah, that's good. Amen.
Yeah, it is.
And like I said, it was instilled in her. What you said through your grandmother, because she was very passionate about church and God.
Yeah.
And it's funny when you have these moments in your life. I don't want to call them crises, but incidents, whatever, situations, whatever.
Yeah. Definitely.
Hurdles. How you want to word it? But it's just funny how we go back to what we was taught,
right?
And in that moment, it's just like you said, it's comforting. Mm-hmm. Right. So yeah, that's good right there. That's good.
Yeah. So your the baby passes. Mm-hmm. He was born the day before your birthday, and so that was like on the 18th, and he passed on the 24th.
He passed.
Well, he was stillborn. So he was when he was born, he was already. Yeah. You had the service on Christmas Eve on the 24th. Yeah. So, and I know you know what Christmas means, and it's where we celebrate the birth of Jesus.
Right.
And you have a baby to die. How was that? And because you said earlier, those reminders,
right?
Your birthday, which is your birthday, was supposed to be a happy time, and then the birth of Christ, because you are saved, and that's supposed to be a happy time, a joyous time. But you have tragedy in there.
Right.
So how did you deal with those emotions? And I know you just said a prayer life.
Right. I don't even. So like, I don't know if you know, but I love Christmas trees and decorations.
Okay.
So like during that time, it's like I kind of was like I have to make everything pretty around me. So I would decorate. I still do Christmas trees. I get paid to do Christmas trees.
Oh no! But I gotta holler at you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And so I had to make everything pretty around me, and it was just like my family kind of knew, it was tough for me. So I would go visit the grave and stuff like that, and I just sit out there and pray, and just deal with it the best way I can. Sometimes it was different. Sometimes you cry. Sometimes you don't. It just depends. I don't remember a lot of like the early times. I remember going to his grave a lot when it first started, but now I don't know as much.
So do you feel that time has, they said time heals wounds. Do you feel that time has made it better? I mean, you're a more mature woman now than you was at 19.
I think time definitely plays a part in helping. And it doesn't really, change the hurt. You just learn to deal with it.
Right.
You learn to deal with it the best way that you can.
Right.
And it just becomes your story. This is my story. So, I don't have any ill feelings, or I don't have like why me's anymore.
What about guilt?
No, not now.
Okay. Did you have to deal with that though? With guilt?
I didn't deal with guilt. I probably dealt more with anger, like why I had to carry him all this time for him to pass away.
Here's a great question, and there's nothing wrong with it if you were. Were you mad at God?
I don't think I was mad at God. I was just confused and I don't think I ever was mad at God. I never said I'm mad at God. I just didn't understand like why me for this, you know what I'm saying? Why did I have to go through this? That kind of, but not mad.
Okay.
God, no.
Yeah. But questions.
A lot of questions.
A lot of questions.
Which is understandable.
You got a question, sir?
I got a lot. I'm gonna switch up a little bit. Yeah. Well, let me ask you this: what were some of the challenges of writing the book?
The challenges in writing this book is when you get to a certain point that you hadn't thought about in years, and it just pause you like, ooh.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that was tough. And then there's one part where I had to just stop, picked it back up a few weeks later, because I don't think I ever said it out loud.
Right.
But other than that, it wasn't really challenges. I can't remember what part, and I was like, whoa. And I said it in the book, like, whoa.
Yeah,
I don't think I ever said that out loud.
I think you was talking to, is it Tamara? Tamara, in the book when I read it, you was talking to
Tamara.
And so
I was like, I don't think I ever said that out loud, and so I had to put the book down, and then I just picked it back up a few weeks later. But that was pretty much the only challenge, because it's just literally my story, so I'm not having to make anything up.
Okay.
So. I mean, well, let me ask this. So, I know you like you said you were telling your story, so you were just kind of reliving it and everything. But I mean, I guess how long? Well, you said it took you 3 years, right?
To write it?
Yeah. How long did it take you to write it?
It didn't take me 3 years. It took me a few years to actually publish. I just set it down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Like us.
It was on my computer. Yeah, it was just on my computer.
So you wrote it, but it was sitting there.
Just sitting there. You
okay.
didn't do anything with it.
I didn't remember.
So, I mean, well, do you remember, like, I guess how long did it take you to write it?
It was like a couple of years. It just sat there.
No, I'm saying, like, when you actually started writing, like, how long did it take you? Because, I mean, I'm sure you had, like, a thought process of how you wanted to outline it, or did you just want to say, I'm just going to tell the story from beginning to the end the way I remember it?
Yeah, it didn't take long, but I would revise it and touch it up and add a few things to it. So it didn't take long.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's real short. It's a real short story, but so it didn't take very long to write it at all.
Right.
But once I pick it back up, then I'll add some tinker with it, and then I'll put it back down and over and over again.
Okay. So was there any I don't want to say fear, but was there any reluctance about
Yeah, because you kind of putting yourself out there.
Like, right.
You know what I mean? Because it's not like just because of the circumstance, I didn't need a pity party or somebody to feel sorry for me. Because just because you didn't experience this one thing, you experienced other things in life that may have hurt you too. So I don't need sympathy.
Right.
You know, I didn't want it to be, it's a sad story, which, but I don't think it reads as a sad story.
I didn't. It was an inspiring story.
Right there, yeah. And that was your goal, right?
Yeah.
I didn't want it to be like sad and depressing.
Right. I guess, and this is one of the things that I like about this series that we're doing, because, and you said it earlier, I knew of you, but I didn't know you.
Right.
And everything. And so by reading your book, it gave me an insight on who you really are, and everything. So, and I know sometimes people can, because you may be different than the norm, nobody likes difference. They want everybody to be cookie cutter and be the one way and do this and do that. But, but when you're different, that makes it intriguing, and everything. So you want to know, well, what is, and your book to me tells who you are, and everything.
Right.
Yeah. So,
I mean, let me ask this. So when you thought about writing it, you made up your mind you were going to tell this story. How were you worried about, I guess, putting the people around you in that moment and that was on that journey with you, putting them in the book, or did you not?
I thought about it. Tamara's name is the only name that's in there, but I mentioned my best friend. I didn't put her name in there, and then I mentioned my ex-husband.
Right.
Because after this, we got married and we had 2 other kids.
Right.
So I didn't put his name in there. We're divorced.
Okay.
But I mentioned other people. I just didn't put their names.
Okay. I got you. Did you do that on purpose to, I don't want to say protect them, but just kind of not, I don't know, so they wouldn't have any type of feelings or...
my best friend, I don't know why, I didn't put her name in there. I don't think she wanted her name in there.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
Tamara didn't care. And then with my ex-husband, I feel like he has his own story.
Right.
How he felt or whatever, and this is just mine. So
I got you.
So, I'm sorry. So, you 2 got married? Okay.
Yeah,
all right. So, how long was it after the baby?
2 years.
2 years. Okay. And he's the father of
my 2 kids.
Oh, your kids. Okay. So y'all, So
we have a 25-year-old and a 22-year-old.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Well, no, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
I mean, that's beautiful that y'all were able to get past that and still form that union. Yeah. Despite that, because a lot of times
people grieve.
I was about to say, yeah,
and then,
when you go through something like that, an experience, I won't call it trauma, but that grief, then sometimes people grow together, or some people, like you said, tears them apart. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a good thing. That's beautiful. Yeah. So was he very supportive during that time? Because I know you said he was younger than you.
Yeah, he's a year younger than me. He was very supportive, but this baby looked exactly like him, so I couldn't look at him.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. So you had to get through just because you were seeing the baby in him.
The baby looked just like him, so I could not look at him. But he was real supportive, and then after that, we would still remain real close.
Okay.
We were real good friends for a long time. And then this happened. Then we still became, friends. He went to the Army. We got married, stuff like that.
So it was somewhat of a separation period, and y'all ended up reconnecting, or it was kind of like y'all always were together,
always stayed close.
But it wasn't the relationship part as far as y'all dating anymore, being together. That part kind of took a break. Y'all never stopped. Okay. Well, no, that's what's up.
Go ahead,
you want me? Oh, okay.
Let's go ahead, man. It's interesting, man. You're looking at the Real Spill podcast. Taliban, Cold Steel.
Yes, sir. Your favorite brand.
Yeah, the favorite brand, and we have today in our it's hidden in the book.
Yes, sir.
The lovely Miss Ifril. Now bleed. I said it right.
No, you did. It's okay though.
Yeah. Man, I keep messing it up.
It's all right.
Ifril Nasheed.
It's right down the book, by the way.
She's talking about.
Don't fight it.
She's our very first in our series about It's Hidden in the Book, and she's talking about happiness after sorrow, navigating grief's journey.
Yep.
She is a local author. Yeah. So and that's all of our authors going to be over. But we talking to her about her book. It's on Amazon.
Yeah, please go buy it.
Yeah,
buy 2 copies. Every one person buy 2 copies.
And give one away.
Yeah. Oh, keep both of them.
Yeah,
keep one upstairs, downstairs, one in the car.
The person that you gifted to, tell them to buy 2 copies for something.
Now you talking now.
Yeah.
Now you talking.
That's how fires start. You know.
Well, let me ask you this then. What I don't know, we might have already asked it, but what is it that you want people to take away from this book? Like, what's the
great question?
What I want you to take away from this book is that your grief journey won't look like somebody else's.
Okay.
And don't try to fit yourself in some box or some standard of grief, because there's no such thing as one grief cycle.
Right.
You know, you could be doing well and something can trigger you. It can be a song, it can be anything.
Right.
And it'll pull you back to level 1 when you started, when you found out. So I just want everybody to understand that, like, your grief journey won't look like mine.
Right.
But,
you can get through it, though.
You can.
You can get through it.
And I kind of put it in different ways, whether it's like self-care or having somebody that has experienced something like you did and they can understand. Like, when this happened to me, it was pre-Google,
it was a different era back then.
I couldn't Google anything.
Right.
I didn't have a clue what to do.
Right.
Well, since you brought that up, and you talked about your prayer life, how important that was, your connection with God and everything. And I wrote them down in your book. Self-care. What do you mean by that?
Self-care is different for everyone. You know, some people just think self-care is going to get their nails done or going to get your hair done.
Right.
But self-care could be time alone. It could be, riding in the car. One of mine is music. I don't do anything without music.
Okay.
Like, I love music.
So do I.
Yeah. So I get up in the morning, I'm playing. I start my day with something positive.
Yeah.
Right.
Most of the time, gospel.
Yeah.
If you follow me on Facebook, you probably see me on
yeah. Me too.
Music is big for me. It could be a spa day. It could be just sitting on the couch doing nothing. Whatever self-care is for you, that's what it makes you feel good.
Right.
So that's one of the things
that you do.
I say that, do something for yourself.
Here's this other one. The power of no. What do you mean by that?
Because so many people can pull you in so many directions.
What you talking about?
So you have to learn to say no.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't have it. I'm out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just don't have it. And that was the hardest thing for me, because I would put me on the back burner, and if you call with an emergency, I'm taking off. And then so now I had to be like, I don't have it. I'm tired. Like, I don't have. And I told somebody. I think I told everybody. I'm just gonna be selfish, and I only have enough energy for myself right now. I gotta pour back into me.
I like that.
You constantly pouring out, see, you don't have nothing left.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's when I got to that point, and that's when I was like,
I mean, I'm a strong believer. I call it self-preservation.
You got to.
Not being selfish, but like you said, preserving
taking care of yourself.
And you got to be able to protect your peace.
Yeah.
Right.
So
So it could be no to not going somewhere. It could be no to not doing something.
Right.
But you just have to learn to just, I can't.
Right.
Yeah.
Biblical. Matthew 24. They asked Jesus, "What's the greatest commandment?" And he said, "Love the Lord thy God,
right,
with all thy heart, mind, and soul."
Right.
And then he says, "Love thy neighbor as thyself." And everybody say, "Well, who's number 2 in that equation?" The number 2 person in that equation is yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have love for yourself, you'll never love your neighbor.
Right.
And they'll probably say, "Well, he told you to love your neighbor first." No, he didn't. He told you to love yourself. Love God, love yourself, so you can love others, and everything. So that's real good. And so that's the power of no. Learning how to tell people no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to be ugly about it. You just
you can do it in love. Yeah, you just telling them no. Grief friends.
Grief friends. I feel like grief friends are people that have experienced something similar to what you have, and they understand where you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't be able to tell you about this experience and you
haven't gone through it.
Because you haven't gone through it.
Right.
You can empathize with me being in grief, but not this particular situation.
Right.
Just so you know, and grief friend can be somebody that's understanding that you're not all the way there. Because some people think, and I said this in the book, when the dirt is back in place, they think that you should be okay.
Right.
And you're not.
Right.
Everybody disappear.
Yeah.
And you left with this grief. So you still need somebody that understands.
The support system.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's something that all of us needs to learn. And when a person has gone through, you know, the death of a loved one,
right.
of a friend and everything,
right.
and coming up to
everybody cries.
The celebration,
right.
And maybe a couple of days after the celebration.
Yeah. Once they dirt back in place,
that's
how I like to say it.
Yeah. You know,
everybody gone and you left with grief.
Yeah, and you need that support.
They gone back to their life.
Yeah.
Grief like, hey, I'm right here.
Yeah.
And so you need somebody that understands, somebody that's not going to have too many expectations of you to be what you can't be right now.
Right.
I've gone through grief, you know, in the loss of a spouse and everything. And one of them, I'm not going to say it was hard. It was getting back to everyday life. Yeah. Because in everyday life, that person was right there
with you. There was a part of your
your routine.
Yeah.
And so, and you'll find yourself even calling out to them, you know, because then it dawned on you, no, they can't answer you and everything. Right. So, and that's the thing that everybody, and so you need people who understands that, who can be empathetic with that, you know, and not be apathetic and say you should be over there by now. Yeah, you know, it's time for you to move on. No, you know, grief has different stages.
I had so many people tell me that before.
Yeah. I don't agree with telling people that because everybody's timetable, whatever you want to call it, process is different
for me because I'm grieving somebody that nobody even knows. Nobody knew this baby. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and it was that bond you had.
So they think that, why are you upset?
Yeah, but see, that's the process, and that's why I always explain to men that no matter how good of a father you are and how present you are in that child's life, there's no bond like a mother and a child. You know, especially when they carried that child, and that's. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. It's just we'll never know what that's like.
No, we won't.
Yeah, so
because father bond has to be built.
Exactly.
Yeah, but mother bond starts from day one.
Right.
You know, because the child is attached to her.
Exactly.
And so every kick she feels it.
They kind of are dependent on each other at that point.
They are. You know, they are.
Yeah. So I tell men all the time, man, like you have to have some type of understanding when women are having these issues. You know, especially after they have children and have babies. You know, I know y'all go through what is it
postpartum.
Everybody don't.
Everybody don't go. Okay, but I know I see sometimes men get a little impatient when because they like, when she gonna come out? It's been 2 months, 3 months. You know,
I never had postpartum.
Oh, okay.
Some people do. I didn't have.
Yeah. Okay. Well, y'all stop it anyway. Stop it. Be understanding. That's all I'm saying. Be understanding.
I hadn't even kept up with the time, man.
We started at 6:30.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Okay. So, man, So, thank you for coming on. And everything, but what would you want to tell people about your book? You told us about Ep54, but what would you want to tell people about grief? And
like I said, I just want people to understand that grief in the journey, it'll take you on, be your own, and be patient with yourself, give yourself grace, and don't put too many expectations on yourself that you should be over this at a certain amount of time. Some people can handle grief and get back into life.
Right.
And some people, it takes them a little bit of time. So I feel like you have to give yourself grace.
Right.
That and get the help that you need. Some people need help, whether it be a friend, professional help.
Right.
Just lean into what you need.
I like it.
Did you have to forgive yourself for anything?
I don't think so. Okay. Probably had to forgive some people for saying stupid stuff. Saying stupid stuff. My granddaddy told me.
You know, and before you said, I knew it had to be an old head because old heads were no filter.
He said, "What's wrong with you? You can't have a baby." That is what he said.
That's
so
why
I had to forgive him. I wanted to choke him out. But
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And then before she even said it, I was thinking in my mind, I knew it was an old hit.
And he was saying something, off the wall.
Piece of work. He know what to say, but.
So
don't say nothing at all. That's what I say. If you don't know what to say, don't say anything at all, man.
You got one more question before we do In the Cup?
No, I'm ready for
you good? We in the cup?
Yeah. Let's do it.
At the end of our segment of the Real Spill, we do this segment that what we call In the Cup. And so what it is, the real spill, the cup's turned over, but now we want to pick the cup up. And we just want to ask you some things about yourself, what you like.
It's supposed to be a lightning round. Yeah, I'm finna throw some shade, though. It might get dark on this side. Yeah. Somebody don't follow the rules necessarily. They're supposed to be quick, fast questions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
I'm trying to do better, though.
I hope so, player. But, just bear with them.
Okay.
Bear with them. Okay.
Okay, I'll go first.
Yeah.
All right. In communication, do you like verbal? Do you like expression? Do you communicate better verbally or through expression?
Probably verbal.
Verbal. Definitely verbal.
Verbal.
Yeah, because your face may not match up with what you're thinking. And then I misunderstand, and now we got a whole nother problem. Okay. So, definitely verbal.
So, in that, do you like conversation or do you like text message?
I like conversation. Tone gets lost in text. You don't know. Because listen, I use this as, I know it's supposed to be fast.
No, you good. No, you fine. It's,
I thought it was all right. I was fast.
If you text me and ask me how I'm doing, I can be like, I'm okay.
Right.
I'm okay for me. I'm okay.
Or
I'm okay.
I guess. I feel. The tone does get lost in the message. I agree with you on that one. Okay. Is it my turn, bro?
Yes, sir.
You and me grew up around the same era. So I'm going to ask you, what was your soundtrack in high school? In other words, what artists used to just...
I don't know this. So Mary J. Blige and Tupac all the time.
See, that made his day right there. No. I don't know about the Mary J. Blige, but I know that Tupac did. Oh yeah, he's a big Mary J. Blige fan.
Forgive him. It's all good. I mean, this is a lot, but those are two. I'm with her. I used to wake up every morning. I know I'm telling myself to Mary J. Blige. I'm not gonna cry.
Okay.
When that Way Next Hill soundtrack came out.
That was 95 right there.
I told you, girl. Man, I'm talking about every morning like clockwork.
Yeah.
That was my song. I don't know why I felt so like I had to listen to that song, but for my whole year. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think that's what it was. Yeah, I was going through some. I know what I was going through too. It just came into me, but we ain't gonna talk about it right now. Okay, go. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Mine was McFadden and Whitehead. Ain't no stopping us now.
I remember the song.
Yeah, I used to play that, man.
Every morning or just in general?
Every morning, man.
Okay.
Ain't no stopping me now, man.
Yeah,
I'm
Tupac.
Today. Yeah.
That double album of Tupac. Dang, what my album? No, that's bad. I'm sorry, Pac. Your anniversary coming up too. Dang, what was that album? But I'm talking one he had just when he got out of jail, when he had to sitting on the chair with the chains. But that album and that Mary J. Blige, boy, it got me through some times.
I got you.
Shout out to Mary and Tupac. Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry,
man. What is your always pick me up? Music. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's mine too. Music. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's your always pick me up?
I'm gonna say video games. I know that's corny, but it is. Video. That's my therapy. Yeah. It's like when I play video games, it just take me away from the real world for a little while. Pick me up
it's therapy.
Yeah. So if I'm down, feeling some type of way, I'll pick up one of my favorite games and I'll just get lost in the game, and it's just like I said, it's a little getaway. I know the problem may still be floating over here, but if I can take my mind off of it for an hour or two, video games is definitely my therapy, man. Yeah. It has been pretty much since the beginning of time, since I can remember. Yeah, but anyway, sorry about that.
Okay. Yeah. Erykah Badu, India Ari.
India Ari.
I'm gonna have to go Erykah Badu, but I do like India Ari, but I'm Erykah Badu fan. I'm sorry. Erykah toxic a little bit though.
Yes.
But the baby.
I like India though. Yeah.
No, I like India too, but if I got to choose, I'm gonna have to go here.
Like this concert, the Worthy concert when she came here, I went by myself. That was like life changing because I never think I'd go to a concert by myself.
Right.
But somebody invited me, and then they never bought the tickets, and they thought I wasn't going. I bought my ticket and went by myself.
Okay, but it was a good mood, though. You enjoyed it, yeah. Favorite side dish? Like, I'm talking about this. That one dish you all. I mean, no matter what kind of meat you eating, whatever. This. You go pick this dish, or you'll lean towards it most times.
salad.
A salad with anything? Okay, I ain't mad at that. That's healthy.
Everything in the salad?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Loaded salad, huh?
Loaded salad.
Yeah. So
meats?
Maybe.
Oh.
No bacon. I don't eat pork.
I understand. Yeah.
Okay, but a salad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Look at that. Eat healthy.
Collard greens, man.
I understand.
I can eat it every day.
Yeah.
I probably can eat it for breakfast.
You can.
I believe you would.
I have eaten them
I have before, but
You can go get my plate from my mama's house.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, my last one. What calms you down?
Calms me down. I don't know, because I'm real level-headed. I don't let anything I'm real level-headed, so I'm never heated like that.
Well, let me flip the question. What's your greatest attribute?
I feel like I'm very resilient. That like life and things are trying to knock me down, but
you get back up. You never fall. You just stumble.
Just a little bit.
Okay. I like that. Go ahead, man.
Okay.
You got another one?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Since we grew up in the same era, I know you're going to feel this question right here. Because for a long time, this was a war. All right. Who was finer? Finer male actor. Morris Chestnut, Denzel Washington. Who you going with?
I'm probably go with Denzel. Morris never did that.
Morris don't do nothing?
No.
What?
Never.
Man, you might be the first woman I heard. I mean, I get it, though. You like what you like.
Yeah,
so with Denzel, does Denzel do anything?
Not really.
I just picked two bad ones all the way around. Dang, I should have went with Shamar Moore then. I should have said Shamar Moore.
He lying. Well, I mean, back in the day, yeah. But no.
What about a Forrest Whitaker?
What? No. Man, ain't nobody ever said Forrest was
No, but when I'm trying to see, are you more attracted to intellect?
Denzel and Morris are very intelligent players.
Yeah, but
that was, that kind of was sexist right there, man.
Denzel, I would say like. Let me see.
Well, let me ask you, who were your two or one of your iconic? Like, who was that dude you seen a movie or on a video and you was like, yeah, Wesley Snipes went.
No.
Dang, Wesley ain't made the cut either.
Let me think.
I'm naming all the brothers.
I ain't never been like a celebrity.
Rapper, anybody that you just thought was LL Cool J.
Oh, yeah.
LL Cool J.
No, I'm just forcing it down. I'm just throwing that in.
She already said Tupac.
I'm trying to think. It was somebody.
Flav.
And you going in the wrong direction.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
Man.
When you think about text me later.
Yeah.
Yeah. This got me like super puzzled.
Well, yeah, I just knew that was that era where, men was getting sexy then. They taking their shirts off. The KCs or the Jodeci.
I never understood the Morris thing, though. I never understood.
I mean, he ain't my type, but women love him, though.
I understand it. I still
they still talk about he probably one of the finest black men ever lived. He never felt it, though. I will say this, he is ageless. Like, you can literally hold up a picture from him.
Now, ageless would be Lawrence Tate, Method Man, them.
Lorenz Tate, yeah.
Those,
Yeah, Method Man that made a comeback, too.
Yeah.
I never heard women talk about how fine Method Man was in the 90s when he came up, and now it's like...
Oh, yeah, he definitely...
He like a heartthrob. At age 53, he a heartthrob now.
And that's, maybe because of he evolved.
Yeah.
Because he has.
Yeah, most definitely.
And everything.
All right, go ahead.
Man, y'all been listening to the Real Spill podcast.
Yeah.
We have been just a great episode.
Thank y'all.
Amazing episode.
Amazing
guest.
Amazing guest. Happiness after sorrow. Navigating grief's journey.
Yep.
Man, we so happy that she came on with us, Miss Ep54.
Yep. And Sheed is my middle name.
Okay.
Nasheed means song.
Okay. So it's happiness after sorrow with a song.
And you love music.
And you love music.
Power in the name, man.
It's power in the name, man. Names mean things.
So y'all think about this when y'all name these children.
Yes.
Please, mamas.
Yeah.
Daddies.
Right.
Don't give these baby these names that they gonna be stuck with.
Oh, they can't even understand what they mean.
Yeah. Just try. just try to have some type of meaning, positive meaning to the name. Let's leave it at that. Yeah. Whatever you name, that's your business, but let's have some kind of positive meaning behind it. The coldest to ever do it. Have you ever seen that boy name? There's a young man in Florida who plays football. His mama named him the coldest to ever D.A. coldest to ever do it, Johnson.
Yeah. That's his real name?
That is his legal name.
Yeah.
The coldest to ever do it, Johnson.
Wow.
Is he playing sport?
Ain't even in the NFL. Ain't even in college. Now I'm gonna check on it because this was 4 years ago when I saw it, but I ain't heard the name nowhere. You ain't finna get no name unless he changed it. But yeah.
Oh wow.
And there was another football player, but I think he changed his name to it. Is He Hate Me.
Yeah.
He changed his name to that.
That wasn't his original name. But yeah,
no, it wasn't.
Just like Ocho Cinco, his original name was Chad
Johnson.
Did he go back to Chad?
Yeah. Now he does. Well, it's Chad Ocho Cinco Johnson. Yeah. So he used it as the middle name. Yeah.
He used it as the middle name.
Yeah, he was talking about how much money he paid on it too. Yeah. It's a story about it, but yeah.
But he's an interesting character.
And see, my thing is he was already established before he changed his name. Just like He Hate Me was already established before he changed his name. Y'all naming these babies from birth this.
Oh, yeah.
And then they not even playing sports.
No.
You don't know what they're going to end up doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I do believe that's power in the name. And sometimes what you name your children can kind of push direction.
Push them in
But the coldest to ever do it, I don't know what direction you pushing that baby in.
Yeah.
You just letting them float out there. You just praying for the best at that point. But anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. Close out.
But your mother,
yeah, she knew what she was doing.
Prophetically or...
She did.
She knew what she was doing.
Yeah, she knew what she was doing.
Yeah. I never even told people my middle name was Nasheed.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
But now you proud of it?
Oh, yeah.
As you should be.
I am.
Yeah,
and we proud that your mother chose that name.
And we proud that you came on there for
on
the
first
episode, the Real Spill Podcast. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button.
Yeah,
we are the Real Spill Podcast. I'm Tally Man,
and I'm your favorite Rand Cole Steele.
And this has been
the Real Spill Podcast.
Check us out. Facebook Live, all the medias, but also check us out on the Pulse Network.
Yeah, shout out to Jermaine Mobley,
the Pulse Network. Yes, sir, the GM, man.
YouTube, we on YouTube.
We are,
Might have missed that last episode. It looked like the machine tripped out on the last. Sorry about that, boss lady. Yeah. But hopefully it got us on this one.
Yeah, we hope so.
But we're still on Facebook and the Pulse Network, which is on Roku TV. So you still got two platforms. That's the last episode now. I think we straight on all three.
Yeah.
Somebody hit one of them cool.
Yeah, in the studio. Yeah.
But anyway, like you said, YouTube, Facebook, the Pulse Network, which is on Roku TV. So you got three platforms to check us out. No excuses. Y'all check us out. Tell your mama, grandmama, the coldest ever to do it.
Right.
All whoever, your cousins. Yeah.
He
put them
me.
On. Yeah, all of them.
Yeah,
He-Man, whoever, everybody. Anyway, but this is it, man. We out. Oh yeah,
thank you, man.
Thank you.
All right, all right.
We ain't got no technician.
We'll see you later.
This the unprofessional part of the show.
Yeah, well, we in the search of a technician right now. We had one, but he